Alright guys, today I have an Acura MDX. This is a 2006 model, and we're going to be replacing these spark plugs. Customer brought me the plugs. This is the part number on it. Always put the plugs together once you remove it and match them up. See, the length is the same. You don't want to put a long plug in it and it's supposed to be short. The piston will come and hit it, so be careful guys. So Acura MDX right here, and we're going to be replacing these spark plugs in this truck. And very simple procedure guys. We're gonna first remove this cover right here. To remove this cover, all you're gonna do is pop off these little guys right here. They come right off. All right, same thing with this one right here. Might not be so easy, but all these will come off, and underneath it you will have a number 10 bolt down there, and this cover will come off. All right, also we need a Allen key for these right here. I'll tell you the size. So we're gonna remove 1, 2, 3 coils, 3 connector. Same thing in the back, all right? And it's gonna give you more access by removing this in the back. In the front, you don't have to worry about it, all right? But let's get to it, guys. And it's gonna be a small video. Let me put these plugs to the side so we don't drop them or anything. Never drop a spark plug, all right? Because you drop it, you'll damage it. All right, guys. To begin, all you need is a flathead screwdriver. Just pop these open. I don't think there's anything in the middle one. Let me check in the back. Yeah, there's nothing in the middle too, so don't even remove the middle two, just 2 on the sides. Right? And so 1, 2, 1, 2, alright? And there I have it. All 4 covers are off. After that, just take a number 10. And loosen up all 4 bolts, guys. Once you loosen up 4 bolts, you should be able to lift this cover with the bolt on it and put it to the side. Alright? Once you do that, you're gonna have a lot of room to go in the back. Alright? But let me get a tool. If you want, guys, also remove, somebody put a number 10 right there. You can also remove this little guy right here. I'll show you how to remove this. Again, you need a flathead. All you do is you turn this little clip right here. Alright, it's just a retaining clip. Just turn it. It should come right off, alright? That'll give you even more room, alright? Somebody put a number 10 here, not supposed to be number 10 here. It's supposed to be just turning one of these right here. In the back, it doesn't have something similar to this. Alright? So, I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna go get a tool and we're gonna remove 4 coils. I'm sorry, 3 coils. Alright guys, so to remove these 3 coils, you need Allen key here. This is number 6. So all you do is you put this on and you turn the screw on it, alright? All 3, alright? Do the same thing for all 3. Same thing in the back. Alright guys, just to let you know, in the back, probably 1 or 2 of the coils is probably gonna give you a hard time because when you take this off, it's gonna go hit the pipe in the back. So all you do is you simply push it back and take it off, right? Very simple, right? You're gonna be doing the same thing in the back. It just they're gonna come out that way. The one coil in the part in the middle is gonna hit the heater core pipe. You just wiggle it a little bit and it will come out, all right? Very simple. One thing I want to tell you is make sure you take all your bolts, put them away, alright? Don't leave them up here, don't put them over here, alright? Because you don't want nothing falling inside that engine block, alright? Because something falls, that's it. You have to remove the whole engine. You're probably gonna damage the engine, put it that way. Alright, so be careful. Alright, and what I like to do is I like to keep these ignition coils in order. Alright, so there I have 2 screws are out, all 3 are out. Alright, next, just push on this connector here and pull the connector out, alright? Push, pull, alright? So 1 coil, I'm gonna put it right here. 2nd coil, right there, and 3rd coil is probably gonna give me a little bit of a hard time, but there you go guys. 3 coils are out. Let me go get my tool and I'm gonna remove the 3 plugs. Alright guys, guys, went and got me a socket. This is a 5x8. I use a small extension. If you need a longer extension, I don't know if I'm gonna need a longer extension. I'm using a swivel head here, so I have enough room in there to get it in there. Let me start off with the middle one. These are loose. I didn't even put no floors on it. What's going on here? Let me check the second one. Yeah, they're all loose. Look at that. Holy cow. These are simply just loose, guys. Look at that. No forced. They're loose. Oh my god. That's not how they're supposed to be, guys. Make sure you tighten the plugs properly. Torque them. Alright, usually I do torque everything. If you guys need the specs, you can Google it, check online. You can ask me, guys, I will get you the specs. Right? I usually do that off the camera, so nothing is bothering me. Alright, there it is. I know I got this middle one completely loose. Let me go to the one close to this cap here. This one feels a little stiff. I might have to put a wrench on it, but I'm gonna get it out of there. Alright, got this one loose. Take your time, guys. You don't need to rush. This is probably 1 hour job. My video is not going to be hour long, but you know, I'll cut, paste. That's what we do when we make the videos. We just cut all the crap out. Sometimes we spend more time, go pull up the tool. In the back, guys, I'm not going to be showing you how to remove it, but once I have it removed, I will show you what I exactly did, because the camera is not going to go back there anyway. Same thing I did here, guys. Only thing is you're going to have a little bit less room in one of the coils, probably the middle one or the one close to this side. Alright, the reason is because there's heater coil hoses over there. Alright, and they're flexible hoses. You can just move them and get that thing out of there. Right, I've done these a lot of times. Alright, so make sure you have a magnet. Very simple to do. Make sure there's not dirt, debris on the magnet. A lot of times I see there's dirt or debris sitting on the magnet itself. Alright, and here, the plug fell back in. I'm gonna have to grab it because the angle. There's one of the plug, looks in terrible condition, guys. Alright, so let me show you. The new plug, make sure is the same length. Alright, it's not too long, it's not too short. Alright, this is perfect. Make sure the gap is not closed. If you drop it, the gap will close, the car will misfire. These are pre-gap, so we don't need to gap them. So I'm gonna simply just take them and put in a new plug as we go along. Just take your hand and slide your finger in there. Just put the plug in there. Don't toss it in there. You don't want the tip to hit inside, because if you just let it go and the tip hits inside, it will close. The tip will close just like that. All right, the gap. Right. So here comes my second plug. Slowly put it in there. All I need to do is take out this third plug. They look in terrible condition, like they was never changed. All right. And here comes my third plug, guys. Looks pretty good. Alright, there it is. Alright, next step, where my tool go, you're gonna take this, put the tool in there, turn it by hand, guys. Catch all the threads you can. Alright, don't put your wrench on it yet. You don't want to cross thread anything. So turn until you catch those threads. Until you can't turn no more. There, this one I cannot. I can still turn it. There you go. I can't turn no more. That's it. It's ready for me to torque. A lot of mechanics, they will hand tighten it because the mechanics do have a feel of how tightness is supposed to be. Alright, judge your instincts, guys. Sometimes I don't torque some stuff. I shouldn't be saying this, but there's times when it'd be better for me to just tighten it instead of leaving it loose because the wrench might not fit in there properly. Alright, so there it is, guys. Alright, so I'm going to tighten these, torque these, and I'm going to come back. Alright. And then we'll put the coils in together. So we'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. All the plugs are tight. Keep your coils in order. Put it back in the same way, guys. And make sure you take your connector and make sure you click it really good, alright? Do the same thing for all 3 coils. Make sure it clicks. And same thing for the last one over here. There we have it, guys. If you guys need help with anything, even if you have a check engine light or anything, just send me a message. I'll help you with anything, alright? So, don't forget to put your screws on. Alright, there it is. 1. And that's 2. And this is number 3. We're done with the 3 plugs, and next I'm going to be working on the back ones, and I'll give you a little bit of a preview. Alright, and just make sure you tighten it after that. Don't forget to tighten. Alright, hand tight should be good enough for these. You're going to be using the same tool in the back, guys. Alright, nothing different. There we have it, guys. All 3 coils are in, plugs are in, nice and tight. The connectors are in, and now I'm going to be working the back. To do the back work, guys, let me take my camera. In the back, you got 3 coils, just like that, all right? And then you got that heater core pipe. You just push on it, and the coil will come off, right? If it bothers you. And there you go, right? Very simple procedure. Same way I did here, you're going to do it the same way in the back. Alright guys, got the 3 coils out, very simple. Alright, this one on all the way over here, number 1 coil, all I needed to do was turn it sideways and pull it out. It didn't even bother me at all. So I got all 3 out. Alright, I'm gonna pull out the plugs next, and then we'll put the coils back in and put the covers back in, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright guys, I'm all done. As you can see, I got my plugs and everything in there. The coils are in, they're nice and tight. Only this one is gonna give you a little bit of hard time because the hose right there. But anyways, also if you need, remove this little guy to give you a little bit of free play, and when you're done, just push it right back in there, right? And that's it. All right, we'll put the covers on. So this is what I pushed out, so it gives me enough room back there to put my arms back there. But it's time for us to put the covers on. All right, so this cover here, it has a screw there, which I don't like, not a good idea. But this guy goes right here, just like so. And you need a flathead to turn right there. Let me get my flathead screwdriver. So just turn this little guy in. This is just a retainer. Put the vacuum line right there. There's a little bolt. They had it sticking right there, right? So next step is for us to put this lid on the engine. All right, it'd be a good idea to remove these little guys so you can see where exactly it's gonna sit at. All right, and before you tighten anything, guys, make sure you always catch the threads by hand. All right, again, a good idea for you to remove this, guys. Find the perfect spot. Put the little guy in, all right? Got that one. All right, guys, anyways, the point here is to catch the threads and then tighten it. All right, so, and then after that you put the covers on, and that's it, guys. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe. So very simple job there, guys. Thank you, and bye bye, and send me a message if you need help with anything.